Hi and welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name is Ruben and this is my review for Amazon's original Indian TV series called The Family Man. So if you've been watching my channel, you'll know that I've been doing the teaser trailer reactions, the trailer reactions. I've been looking forward to this, and because of life being so busy, I wasn't able to do a review for this straight away, but it's been a few days since its launch and now I've seen it, so I thought I would do a review. So I hope you enjoy. Get down in the comments below, let me know what you thought about this, let me know if you enjoyed it, but yeah, let's jump in. So the family man, Shrikant Tiwari, is a middle-class man who also serves as a world-class spy. He tries to balance his family responsibilities with those at the highly secretive special cell of the National Intelligence Agency. When I went into this, I was really hoping it was going to be an amalgamation of 24 and other spy series we've seen, but really kind of keep to the authenticity of being in India. And I can safely say it is. It's 10 episodes of character development in amongst the storyline. So if you imagine CTU from 24, that kind of special task force, and actually the task force is called Task. The whole reason the task force is there is to get ahead of any bad guys that are going to attack the cities, or if it's like ISIS or terrorists. It's their job with the algorithms that they have that flag up all your social networks. It basically kind of takes tiers of list, and then you, if you're a bad guy, you get put onto those tiers list, and it's their job to take that information and then obviously do something about it if you are a threat. And so you've got this family man who, the title, you've got this family man who's trying to balance his work-life responsibilities, and you're always getting this kind of pull at each other in the storyline. So within the first few episodes, you're seeing Tiwari as he tries to balance his family life, which seems to be quite broken. His wife is not liking what he's doing or how he's taking responsibility for the family at home. And you see his dynamic with his kids, which is strange. They think he's kind of like a father that isn't cool, that doesn't do anything with his life. In the meantime, what he's actually doing, he's doing this really intense, high-octane field work, which his wife knew he used to do. And there's this really kind of pull, because this is the man he wants to be. This is like his role. And then on the other side, you've got him trying to be a father. And this is balance. The main story almost is just relationship between family and between that of his work colleagues. And although that there is a main arc with the terrorists that are involved, and I don't want to go too much into that, but I really like this threaded kind of family storyline, which is why it's called The Family Man, as he tries to come to terms with who he is as a man, and who he is as someone that works for the government in this high, he's kind of spy, but more action agent that way, and he's trying to stop threats that are, could destroy India, or just a lot of people, could hurt a lot of people. So that balance between that plays off really well. So when they develop in the arc within the storyline, it's really gripping because you are for the character. I was very surprised by the dynamic of the characters, particularly the main protagonist within this unit of Task, how the scripting and dialogue is quite quirky but quite funny. And I thought when I originally saw the trailer, it looked like that, but I wondered, because of the culture and the dynamic of things that I might miss, whether it would come across. But it really does. There are moments where I really felt the buddy cop dialogue, the dynamic between the best friends or these colleagues that he works with. They form this team, and the characters are well developed, but it's quite funny in moments. Not like barely laughing funny, but there's this bounce to the script that I was really surprised. I've never seen an Indian series that has a genuine humor to it in amongst genuine threat. And I thought that the editing and the dialogue between that was really quite well done. I mean, I could talk about like the stylistic choices, about the episodes, of how well it looks, and it looks great. The cinematography, I think, is great. I think the choices for the actors for the roles in it, they're doing their jobs well. But I think the best thing by far is probably the characters in this. They really spend time developing those characters, the family man characters, the how they portray, how they are relatable on screen. And I did think that I wasn't going to be able to relate as much because there is a culture difference. But I think because the writing is so tight that we're able to relate, even though it's different culture for me, I thought I was quickly able to relate to this family man. Within the first episode, I was like, I was there with him. So when he's doing things that are really tough, when he's dealing with family, when he's dealing with, high octane action sequences where he has to make certain choices, which holds other people's lives in balance, I was there with him. And I think that's quite tough to do, and it will only be pulled off well. Everything else can look good, but if your script isn't good, you won't be invested into those characters, because the way those actors deliver their characters is often through the kind of subtle nuances that you get in your script. And I think that is so good to see that how they portrayed that. It was a really quite tight 10 episodes. I'm looking forward to see what they do with season 2. I presume they're getting a season 2. This was quite highly enjoyable. I mean, the way it looks is great. I mentioned briefly about the cinematography, and sometimes when you get a reviewer talking about cinematography, it can get boring. It's like, all I need to know really, is this any good? Should I watch it? What are your feelings about this? But sometimes you see series that are really quite striking visually, and as a reviewer, I really want to talk about that. And I have to say that the palette and the tone for the shots that they are showing within these episodes are sometimes, I was like, yeah, that looks really great. I love what they've done with the light there, and in amongst that kind of tight scripting that I was talking about, it just feels like it's a really well executed series, and I just thought, yeah, I could do with more of this. The subtitles weren't an issue for me. I quite like that Amazon chooses, Amazon gives you the opportunity to choose the size of your subtitles, and even sometimes the color. I think I chose mine to be black with yellow writing on top of that, and because I'm dyslexic, that really helped me to read. And most of the time I was able to visually get what was going on without having the words distract me. Occasionally, because they're speaking so fast and the words are rushing by, I did find myself a bit disjointed from a couple of the episodes because I was trying to keep up with what the words said. That would be my only negativity. But as a whole, I think this is a fantastic series. You should definitely check it out. I'm going to give it an A. Do let me know in the comments below what you thought about this series and what else you would like me to review on Amazon Originals and Netflix Originals. If you think I've missed something you would like me to review on those platforms, then I'm willing to have a go. Thanks so much for joining the Ruby Tuesday, but most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.